Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This will be the power level guide for season 18. Of course, this video will be caught one day before the next season is coming. Now, there is some little changes, of course, with next season. There will be a new seasonal artifact, some new sources for pinnacle gear, but the whole big pinnacle gear grind, whatever you want to call it, for next season won't change significantly. So, of course, this video won't be too far off, and we'll cover the big majority of what's going to happen. Of course, there's going to be some little tweaks in there, of course, with the activities that happen in season 17, though it will be adjusted so it can give you more powerful gear and legacy gear, while the new sources will give you pinnacle gear. So I'll cover that in this video, but this will be the power level guide on how you guys can grab to 1580 as the next pinnacle source in season 18. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. So yeah, let's get right into the nitty gritty. Of course, I'm going to use the Arc subclass because why not? Of course, Arc 3.0 is coming out tomorrow. I'm beyond hyped for what's going to happen with Arc, and it's going to have all these new fragments, and I'll have one video covering all Arc, best builds and all that type of stuff like I did this season. And of course, I'm going to use some Arc weapons like Wrist Runner and Trespasser. But after that, let's get right into what we're going to talk about in this video, which is the 1580 grind, 1580 power level, pinnacle level grind with next season. Of course, next season will only go up by 10 in the pinnacle level terms of things, so it won't be too crazy for you guys. And with the new returning raid I should say, only coming 3 days after, it won't be too crazy for you guys to grind, because you only need to be 1560. With the next season, there will be a new seasonal artifact with 25 amazing new mods. Now, none of them will be around Solar, and it will be morely with Arc, so I want everyone to be aware of that right now. So get your Solar builds out of the way for right now. We're going to go in the Arc territory, so a lot of things to look out for. Now, your pinnacle level grind is going to go with your artifact level grind. I want to reiterate that as well. If you're a new player or a player who doesn't really understand the whole artifact and power level grind, your artifact is combined with your base power level that you'll be going on with the season. And it will reset every season, which is usually 3 to 4 months. And if there's not a long season, or if the next expansion is delayed, it could even go further than that. So just be aware of that when you're going into the pinnacle level grind. So your artifact will help you out in the long run. Definitely recommend getting your artifact beyond anything else in the season. You need that for your pinnacle level grind, because that's going to be your friend for any endgame activity, whether it comes to Master Raid, whether it comes Trials or Grandmasters or anything like that. As you see, the white gear, the 1567 gear, is my base power level. The artifact is the 18 bonus. When you level up the artifact when you're doing your grind, it's going to help you again for any harder match-made activity, any other activity that are not matchmaking and type stuff. So you're going to need that again. So be aware that if you don't have your artifact, you gotta go get it. I'll have a little video on how to get your artifact with season 18. Won't be something too bad if it comes to just finishing the introduction mission or an introduction quest. Nothing too bad, but definitely something every Guardian should get. Of course, a lot of people are gonna do their grind for the artifact for the new Arc mods that are gonna help them out in the returning raid, because they could be really powerful for this new endgame activity. So again, like I said before, there's a lot of pinnacle sources. You're only going up by 10 this time around, so nothing too crazy, but it is 1580. It's not 1570. That means the power level grind, like the more power level tier grind, just the new light type of grind, is going to go up by 10. So anything of power level tier 3, power level tier 2 type gear that you can get from any older content, you'll be able to go up to 1570 now. It's more the pinnacle grind that's only going to go up to 1580. So nothing, again, too crazy. Old seasons had to ask you to go up by 50. So it's great to only see it go up by 10, but there is some stuff you need to know going into next season. Now, there will be a lot of pinnacles staying around, but there is some that are going away, and then there is some that are rotating. And if it comes to any new activities, you got to be aware of that going into the game, the big live game. One of the big things is that the new source will probably have a type pinnacle power level type gear source with the new vendor. Of course, this time around we had the Crown of Sorrow. There will probably be a new vendor going in the next season. And one of the big things you could do is doing the additional bounties or anything like that that will get you to that pinnacle gear. Of course, it will probably be added to the helm, so just be aware of that. Nothing too crazy, but again, just be aware of that. Now, if we go into the Witch Queen type stuff, there's a lot of pinnacle sources right now. One of the big things I recommend everyone going with pinnacle level type grind is doing the Witch Queen mission. Now this can get you a pinnacle gear and can get you a lot of loot. Like, I mean a lot of loot. I'm not trying to joke around. Of course there's other loot sources in the Witch Queen DLC, but one of the best sources is the weekly mission. Of course there's only 8 missions and it goes on rotation every week, but getting a team score of 100k or better will get you pinnacle gear as well as powerful gear, so you can get some gear for it. Of course it won't help you with the powerful gear, but the pinnacle gear means a lot, as well as high stat armor and Ascendant Alloyed, which is stuff you're going to need for weapon crafting. And with next season coming around, there's going to be, of course, maybe the Dares of Eternity weapons that are going to come into the loophole. There's going to be some new weapons that are coming into the loophole for weapon crafting. So Ascendant Alloyed is probably going to be a resource you guys are going to go and grind, help out Masterwork, enhance its perks. So weapon crafting is going to be something you're going to have to grind for in next season. Wellspring, doing the master difficulty, is also going to be giving you pinnacle gear as well as the new mission, the next piece of the whatever the next weapon is, like Tarnation, like you see, and of course high set armor and the weapon pattern if you finish the glaive quest, as well as Ascendant Alloyed. Now matchmaking is not in this activity, and if you want to join up in my Discord, I'll link in the description down below, and or just any Destiny 2 LFG, or of course Bungie.net. You're going to need people for some of those matchmade activities, so just be aware of that. Preservation gives all pinnacle gear. It's an easy pinnacle for the week. Definitely something I recommend you guys go and do. Vox Obscura is an easy pinnacle as well. It's only going to ask you to go kill some Cabal. Nothing too crazy here. Again, matchmaking is something that you have to do, and it's not going to be something you'll be able to just, pass your way into, so you're going to need to do that later on. And you're going to have to find people in other places as well as just my Discord or anything else. The Vow of the Disciple raid will also give pinnacle. Definitely something I recommend. It's a great raid. There's some encounters that can be a bit iffy, but again, great raid. One of the other best sources is the Nightfall that gives pinnacle gear. You'll be able to do the Nightfall, won't be too crazy, maybe the light will be raised, but again, pinnacle gear for getting a team score above 100k. Grandmasters, however, won't be there, and it will take you a couple weeks before you can even play them, because there's like a lockout. But strikes, just playing 3 strikes with the Sit, the same element for the burn that week, will give you another pinnacle source. So strikes, any PvE activity, will really help out in the long run, just to be aware of that. Gambit will also just give an easy pinnacle. I know Gambit's not the best, but it's just 3 matches. Crucible will give you a pinnacle as well, just for completing 3 matches. Rumble's an easy way to do this, or whatever the mode is that week, also really good, like Team Scorch or something like that. Trials won't come out till later on, but it will be an excellent source with pinnacle, and like any other activity really, they have matchmaking with the endgame type activity. When Iron Banner comes out twice next season with the new Eruption mode, that will also get pinnacle, which is amazing. Really awesome type stuff. Whatever the new, with Volk, with any of the Legacy Legends type content, Prophecy, Vogue, there will be a pinnacle. Be aware that other things like a rotating raid and dungeon will give pinnacle. Dares of Eternity with a score 250,000 or higher will give 1 pinnacle. Dares is not the best, but it's only 1 Dares of Eternity run, 10-20 minutes max. Join my Discord or any other Destiny 2 Discord for people. Not anything too crazy, easy pinnacle. Of course, I don't know what's happening next week, but I believe right now Last Wish and the Shattered Throne are the pinnacle sources. The dungeon and the raid will be the pinnacle source. So, again, whatever the rotating raid and dungeon is, that next coming week will be your friend and will give you some pinnacle gear. I love the rotations with pinnacle gear. It really helps out the grind. So, be aware of that. Nessus, not anything too crazy on Nessus, right? Nothing really too crazy. Again, be aware, whatever the new activity is, they're going to bring a new mission, and might be around the solar system. Big change is that the Sever mission and the Castellium, whatever the Season 17 piece of content except for the dungeon, will no longer give powerful and pinnacle gear. You need to be aware of that. It might give you powerful tier 3 at best, but it will just give you powerful tier 2. It won't ever give pinnacle for the remainder, for Season 18 at least. So any of the older type content will not give pinnacle. Be aware of that when you're going into next season. You want to do some of the new stuff. So again, a big change here if you're doing any of that old type stuff. Pinnacle gear won't be from those 2 activities. You need to be aware of that because it can be a bit hard because some people think several missions probably next season will give Pinnacle. I've met people that play Legacy type content expecting for a Pinnacle still. Some people just don't remember anything with what G does with the old content. Nothing too crazy with the Cosmodrome or Europa, I believe. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Again, something just to point out there going in the next season that might, maybe if it goes to other destinations, who knows what type of content you can do there. But the Pinnacle is not really too crazy. One of the big other sources, and Hawthorne, which can give Pinnacle apparently powerful tier 3 as well. The bounties say that she would only give you powerful tier 3, but if you go to her, can give you Pinnacle gear, unlike like the Drifter, Banshee, Lord Shax, or Zavala, which would only give you powerful gear. So something to really look out for, because people forget about that, giving you Pinnacle gear just for playing like with your clan or whatever. Again, clan bounties are going to be your friend as well. Definitely recommend doing the clan XP bounties. There's one for the Nightfall, one for Crucible, one for Gambit, and one for Raids. Definitely a lot of XP there if you want to do some bounty farming. Trials will also be your friend once it comes out. Again, like I said earlier, really great place to get Pinnacle gear, and that does have matchmaking. One of the other things I want to point out is the Season Pass. Now, I'm going to make a huge video on the Season Pass. I don't want to really get too crazy with it, but one of the things in the Season Pass is the Fireteam XP bonuses, because with your getting bonus XP, it's going to really help out your artifact power level, which is going to help your Pinnacle grind. So the small Fireteam XP boost as you see there on those ranks, a lot of people forget about that because there's a lot of solo players out there that forget about that. Those small XP boosts are going to be a friend. They're going to help out your artifact if you play with people. If you just decode your seasonal challenges or your bounties, they're going to be your friend with the Season Pass. They're not going to be an enemy. So something to really look out for once you're doing those small XP bonuses. You're going to get a lot of XP gains from those XP bonuses. Again, I don't want to repeat myself like that, but it is true. You're going to get a lot of XP for just playing with people. Again, join my Discord. Go to an LFG Discord. I'll put it in the description. Really great ways to meet people out, and join our clan as well. We have some slots open for the Broadsword clan if you want to join up in that. Another thing I want to point out is, of course, ghost mods. Now, there is a ghost mod that I have on. Easy thing, it's not too crazy. It's only 500 Glimmer. Will help increase XP gains by 12%. You can easily get any ghost, level it up, masterwork it, and it will help you out, because that will really help out in any type of grind when you do the game. If you just play the game, it will help you out. And of course, you could put a Glimmer mod like I did as well, which will help 35%, which is pretty nice as well. And any destination mod if you see fit, if you want to get any materials. But look at that. Look at that blinding light mod. That will be one of the big things I'm going to put in like pin star right, dude. Get that mod. Not too crazy, and it's basically free. Another thing as well is that seasonal challenges will be your best friend as well. Of course, it is time gate. You won't be able to have all the seasonal challenges, but those 10 are gonna be your friend, and you're gonna love them. Bounty farming is also really good. I know people don't like bounty farming, but it's a great source for XP. The weekly Ascendant Challenge bounties are actually separate. There's not one for all of them. There's one for each, like 4 or 6. So those are gonna be awesome. The Nightmare bounties, the Cosmodrome bounties, just doing the Gunsmith bounties are very easy. There's a lot of bounties here, and I have 63 bounties just on this character. The other 2 are, I'm grinding those bounties as well. So I could reach up to rank 20, dude, on day 1 without doing nothing after I get my artifact. Definitely a lot of bounties. Those XP with those 2 plus signs are going to be your pal. And of course, once you grind more, you're going to get a lot of XP if you just grind in the season. Once I get these bounties all decoded, I'm going to go with whatever other bounties during that season. I'm going to grind those as well. And of course, I'm going to grind more once we get into whatever season 18 is. Just being aware of that. Lastly, I want to touch on the seasonal challenges. There will be 10 seasonal challenges available on day 1. There's not going to be a lot, of course. I get it. But you'll have 10 seasonal challenges. The top 4 will be the ones for Season Pass owners. The 6 on the bottom will be for anyone just playing the game. Now, again, these will give you a lot of XP and a lot of Bright Dust, help you to get any Eververse cosmetics or anything you need, and you can pop them again like anytime you want, but I would suggest you pop them with the team. You can get a lot of XP from that if you pop them, and of course you can do some of the previous seasonal challenges. For some reason I haven't really went into those from any legacy seasons, but only the first 10 will be available, but it's going to give you a lot of XP. Like, I'm going to hit rank 20 already with the bounty farming. I could even hit like rank 30, 40 day one, and even go further than that, depends on how much I would grind, and you could use that Bright Dust for any Eververse gear. So yeah, that's all for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Again, please just get all your pinnacles each week. You can grind that, and if you need any people for any activity, join up on the Discord. We're all welcoming and stuff. I'll put it in the description down below. But again, not too bad of a grind. Only 10 pinnacle this coming season, season 18. And yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.